I'm excited about it. I mean, we haven't had the chance to go out and be at any of the festivals this year, but hopefully on our next roundabout we'll see them, and then I'll make my final judgment. But I'm excited about it.
But you're in the Keith Morris team, right?
I am, but I don't know. I'm for both teams.
Because
that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start cults and cult like in 20 years.
Oh really? Cult and
we've
cult.
already had this planned out for a while.
People tell me I remind them of Greg Ginn in the way that I deal with people. So 100 years.
Really?
100, and then it'll go the way of the loop. And we'll just have like some guy in a lobby like this playing. Like, oh my gosh.
Or back to like medieval style music.
Yeah. I don't know. That's one of the things that kind of excites me about being in a rock and roll band, is that it is somehow you're carrying a torch, and the torch is going out, and it takes a kind of courage to keep running with it. When everyone around you at these festivals just sets up with a fucking laptop and makes more money than you do. Well, there's a guy that we know in Japan. His name is Kadamon, and he does a DJ thing, and he has his own genre that he's created called Cheese Wave.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain. It's like these kind of bizarre mashups with original vocals, and it's really all focused on being as cheesy as possible, but it's kind of transcendent because of that, and Battles brought him there because they loved him, and he's become a really good friend of ours, so I'd say Cheese Wave is the best.
I agree. It's kind of slowed down. I remember in the beginning when we first started playing and doing interviews, people would ask us what our favorite cult was, which I thought was a really
backwards
odd question because cults usually aren't
cool.
a cool thing.
Unflavored oatmeal. The New York club scene is dead.
Really?
I actually feel really bad for I have some friends who just moved to New York and to go to college, and like we did 4 years ago. When we first came out to New York, it was really exciting. Like everywhere you went, you could smoke inside, you could buy drugs from the bartender. It was like some like old school idea of like what New York is. They really just had a crazy crackdown on every place now, and now everywhere has ID scanners. Everywhere the cops come, they do raids, and there's not many places to have fun anymore. Well, there's some stuff in Bushwick, but even that gets shut down. All the Brooklyn stuff, and the Brooklyn stuff is so cheesy. It's just like some hot, sweaty room and a bunch of people slurping PBRs. It's boring. There's nothing really like glamorous or exciting about it. No, it's definitely still New York, but that's the thing, is that the music is there, but what's not there is like the spirit around it. I don't know. I think it all moved to the road.
New York and LA are very similar.
Yeah, but there's no bands from there.
There's a lot of bands from LA. Asbestos, Waves.
Bckstg.
Yeah.
Those guys rock.
I don't know. I think everyone in LA is a little bit too concerned about their dogs.
We're actually originally from San Diego, so we had I guess our fair share of TJ nights.
Okay.
So we're not really strangers, but this is much different. I feel it's pretty similar. I was just walking down the street saying I feel more at home here than I do even in Canada for some reason.
I feel like we're in I don't know what this area really is to you guys, but I'm picturing it as like a real Midtown Times Square kind of thing. It's just really nice. It just feels like a genuine, just nice downtown city. We wish we could get out and experience more of the mind-blowing parts of Mexico City, but no one will take us. Okay, because when you first phrased the question, I thought about how we recently played in Kid Cudi, and I was like, why the fuck is this guy on stage? I think for me it was the first when I saw Sufjan Stevens play Illinois album, the El Rey in LA.
Yeah.
Growing up, I watched, they were all in their like cheerleader outfits, you know, and they were doing their routines, and seeing that, I just, like, he was just from another planet, you know, and he sings so beautifully. Like, I wasn't even really the kind of music I was into, but I went with a friend, and it just like changed. It made me think that so much more is possible.
I guess my first concert like that was probably going to see Iggy Pop and seeing that it's been however many years and he's still up there doing push-ups and swinging from poles and still is out there doing it.